Welcome to We Are Flatlanders, episode 41. My name is Shelby.
And I'm Rory.
Welcome to our humble podcast. So, Rory, how are you doing today?
Well, today we're sitting in, and because it is horrific outside, the rain is pouring down. Pouring. I went down to a store, a couple of 100 yards away from us to get breakfast, and I had to completely change when I got back.
So, it's Saturday morning, August 29th. And we're stuck inside, I think, for the foreseeable future. I don't see this abating on the Weather Channel until later today. So
yeah, unfortunately.
So that's why we're recording a podcast at a time that's different from our usual time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pouring outside. I have to get a cigarette soon, but I'm going to put it off until I'm completely out.
I'll let you borrow my boots. I have rain boots.
Oh, thank you, dear.
You're welcome. Well, you were the hero this morning because you went out to Fresh Approach and got us breakfast sandwiches.
Uh-huh.
In this pouring rain.
I was drowned as I got back.
Yeah, you looked pretty bad.
Thank you, dear.
Have you showered yet?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry, I have, short-term memory problems.
Okay.
So.
Moving on.
Yeah. Well, anyway, did you notice that I asked you a different question when we started out?
I have showered today, Shelby.
Okay. Well, you're not paying attention very well, so we'll just chalk it up to Saturday morning.
Uh-huh.
Well, okay. We have topics. Do you want to talk about the first one?
We went to see kayaking last week to Fort Gorges, and it was wonderful. Out there for about 2.5, maybe 3 hours, and we saw seals out there, and we went there when we finally did dock at the fort. Had a little tour around and went into all the rooms and looked around. It was great fun and amazing scenery from there. It was a great time.
So we departed with Portland Paddle from the East End Beach, and we had never kayaked before.
No.
So they brought us to our kayak, and you were going to be the navigator initially. So this was a tandem kayak, so a kayak for 2 people. And you were sitting in the back at first.
Yeah, but I couldn't fit in properly.
So what happened was they gave you instructions on how to use the foot pedals. And then you were like, I can't sit back here. My legs are too long. So they switched us. And then I ended up in the back. But they didn't explain what the foot pedals were for. So we get out there. They push our kayak in the water. We get a couple 100 feet out. And everybody's going forward, going in the direction of Fort Gorges, and our boat completely spun around and ended up back on the beach.
It was so embarrassing.
Yeah. But fortunately, one of the guides was very nice, and she was very patient with us.
We were there for medial kayak people.
Well, the left paddle was also very sticky, and I couldn't always get it to, I'd push my foot on it and it would not budge, or it would budge completely. So the foot pedals, they control the rudder, and the rudder helps you direct your kayak.
You see, as Shelby said, it was intended for me to be in the back and to steer. So we got these little, instruction time. But then I didn't realize I couldn't fit into the back because my legs couldn't move. So I couldn't possibly steer. So we had to switch, and Shelby she didn't pay attention too good because at the time she didn't think she had to how to steer. But we were the people behind in the whole way there and back. We could never catch up, but you know what? In a way, that's a good thing, because when everyone else is miles ahead of us coming back, a seal popped his head out beside us.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
It was very cool.
We were told that they like to follow behind, and so as the very last people in our kayak group of a dozen of us.
Maybe 10 or so.
Yeah. So that was pretty fun, right? But I feel like we got the slow canoe.
We were...
At one point, we were hustling so hard because we were desperate to get back to the shore. We were like, okay, I'm done with this, because we started to get blisters on our hands.
Yeah.
Paddles.
Yeah.
And then, this woman and her child, who must have been, 10 years old, the child wasn't doing any paddling, and the woman was paddling.
Taking her time.
Yeah, she was not even looking like she was exerting herself hard. And then we're busting ass, trying to move the canoe forward, and she's like breezing right by us. I was like, what the hell is wrong with us?
I don't know.
It's the canoe, I swear. So, anyway.
I wasn't down with that, Shelby.
We are going on another trip on Wednesday because we're off next week.
We have 10 work-free days, which still doesn't seem real in my head.
Well, okay, you might get called in. Because you're on call.
Yeah, I'm on call Saturday, but that's, it is what it is.
So we're going to do a half-day, the main island trail kayak trip. So that'll be fun. Okay, this time we're not going to get an orange canoe.
No!
Because, I feel like, at least if we don't choose an orange one.
You were jinxed.
Yeah, that was the slow one was orange, so. I can't wait, though. That'll be so much fun. And I bought his paddling gloves.
Yes.
So.
And to those who have never done this before, it's actually quite important. It was our first time. And on the way back, the last half hour I was actually getting really irritated.
Yeah.
Because my hands were getting quite sore.
You were super irritable.
Because I kept on hitting the exact same place in my hand and do that 100 times. Constantly do it again and again and again. Hit the exact same place in my hand. Now it's getting mad.
I want to talk about Four Gorges, though. Mm-hmm. So we parked our kayak on the shore, and we got to walk around the inside of the fort. And some places are very dark, so if you ever go out there, take a flashlight.
Yeah, that's actually quite important. There is, I think we went into 2 rooms, and it was literally pitch black. You could not see. And one room, we had to walk down a teeny tiny little corridor, and it was only a few feet, but you had to turn left at the end of it. And you couldn't see where we were going, so you had to move extraordinarily slowly, and then you can't help but think about bats in that situation.
We didn't see any bats, though.
Didn't see them, but you can't help but think about it. I was like, oh, little bitey,
Yeah.
We didn't see any, but you can't help but think you're in an old, abandoned building. You just can't help but think about bats. And I was like, I do not want to be here. I had to get out.
It was remarkably free of rodents and critters. Yeah. And trash, too. But there was some, what was it, Heineken bottles?
Cigarette butts and Heineken bottles and stuff.
Yeah, but the Heineken drinkers were clearly, hiding themselves very well. Because it was in one of those corner rooms that was
the pitch black ones, yeah.
Yeah.
And who wants to drink alone in the pitch black? I don't know.
Who wants to drink Heineken on Four Gorges? You want to drink,
Who wants to drink Heineken full stop?
Yeah. But, come on, man. You're going to, a main iconic location. You want to take some main beer. Right? Yeah. What would you take to Fort Gorges?
Grapefruit tessellation.
I would take Rising Tide's Fort Gorges beer.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah. Hey, I'm sucking up to potential sponsors.
Oh.
Right?
Okay. Yeah, it was a fun trip, and if anyone is in Maine and hasn't done it yet, we kind of recommend it because we were amateurs. Isn't even the word for it. We didn't have a clue what we were doing, and they were quite patient with us, even though we were at one stage 1,000 yards behind everyone else.
Yeah, but they're super nice at Portland Paddle, so we're doing that again on Wednesday. And I have to say too, we've lived in Portland now for 3.5 years, and we always see Four Gorges and say, wouldn't it be cool to go visit?
And
we finally did it.
Yeah. So it's a fun thing to say that we did, and it's something that I'm proud of us for doing it. It was lovely. I was talking to people in work because people saw my Facebook pictures, and people that are from Maine or from here, and they're like, "Oh, we've never been out there before," and they born and raised here.
Yeah, the only way you can get out there is on a kayak or a small boat.
Yeah.
Or you can swim, I guess. Can you imagine?
No.
It's really not that far. There are people that swim across Casco Bay from, Peaks to the beach in Portland.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Not for me.
No?
No.
I would love to do that.
No.
I'm afraid I'm going to get eaten by a shark or, drown. Ferry's going to crash into me. You know what I mean? How do you navigate?
I'll hit you with the paddle accidentally, Then go
swimming? What? You're going to, canoe next to me while I do my power strokes?
Yeah, give you encouragement, shall we?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that there's a local triathlon that does that where they swim across Casco Bay. I mean, it would be great because, the water's actually not bad and it's just cold. And
it could have been chubby coming back. But, but that was it. And for those of you who have not kayaked before, wear shorts. There's a place in the middle of the boat, in the back of the boat, where you can put your bag. They give you a waterproof little thingy and put it in there. And if you have a good watch, don't
Oh, yeah.
wear it. Don't wear it.
If you plan to go out immediately afterwards and not go home first, take a change of maybe pants and definitely socks.
Mm-hmm.
And know that your shoes are going to get completely immersed in water. They
Yeah.
didn't tell us that. So, pro tips from people who know,
Mm-hmm.
have experienced this adventure.
Yeah.
So, all right, Rory, do you want to move on to topic number 2?
Oh, we went to Hannaford there recently. Well, recently, the last 2 weeks ago, I think. And there's a Hannaford app you get for your phone where you can get money off things. And usually when we do that, you might get like $15, $17 off your groceries. And it's always good to get it. We got almost $40 off our grocery.
It was actually $207 and I got $42
Oh!
off. Yeah. But it was funny because as we were going through the store, I had a paper list that I had printed out. Because I'm not great with, like, you know, they have list apps on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
And I just realized it's probably really loud in the background of this podcast right now because of we have the laundry machine going. So anyway.
And a washing machine, Shelby.
The washing machine?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's the same thing.
You said laundry machine, Shelby.
It is a laundry machine.
It's a washing machine.
It's a whirlpool.
Has water and soap.
Okay.
It goes around and around.
Don't use your esoteric Irish slang words on this show.
But imagine my embarrassment.
Okay. Well, anyway, back to the topic.
Uh-huh.
So I had this list that I'd printed out, and this guy kind of randomly started talking to me in the store as I was pushing the cart. Do you remember that? And he said something like, "You've got the right idea. It looks like you're taking this seriously." And I said, "I'm in it to win it. I'm going to crush this." And he kind of laughed. And
Yeah, we saw him a couple of times.
and then like we kept running into him. It was awkward because he kept talking about like he was admiring my determination and my organization, I guess. And then like when we went to pay, I was like, we're not standing behind this guy. I was trying to direct you to like another line.
$42. I'll take that every single time we go there.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
That was like an amazing saving.
The app actually gives you like $30 off. Like, well, okay. Let me back up. The app will give you like random amounts of money off of random total purchase amounts. So I think this one was like $30 off a $130 basket or something like that. Plus, that was one of the coupons. And then we got like a bunch of other coupons too.
Yeah. We did good. Sorry, you did good, Shelby.
I did. I'm the one who did it. Like, I'm the...
I pushed the cart,
I
Shelby.
was the navigator this time. Again. Actually, that was before the kayaking trip. So
I'll see myself.
I'm the original navigator. Isn't that a movie?
Probably.
Okay, well, that's my role now.
Okay.
But you know, you are helpful because you find the sauces that might be hard to find. Like, you like curry sauces. We eat a lot of curry, and you seem to always locate really good curry sauces. So I'll give you that, right?
And I got all the peppers for it.
Yeah.
We like eating hot
Okay.
peppers, so we get like the very hot peppers, and we get the hot peppers, and we get the mildish hot peppers. I like to just like fling them all in, and just I like to have a ton of veg with our like main meal or dinner. You know, I like to have as much veg as I can fit in there.
So you're pretty good at picking produce. I'll give you that. That's your role.
Thank you,
You're
love.
like Farmer Rory.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm Navigator Shelby. How do you like that? We should get, like, matching hats.
I'll see myself out.
Yeah. Run into that guy again, be like...
He'd be outside, won't he? Yeah.
Now he'll know our names. No, we don't need that.
No.
Can you imagine? Oh my god. Well, we need to go shopping again. Soon. Because that was a couple of weeks ago. And usually 2 weeks of shopping lasts us pretty well.
We're actually not too bad.
Yeah.
We're actually quite good, actually.
So I need to get back on the app and find more coupons.
Damn straight.
They can be really stingy. They kind of pull you in. It's like, hey, you haven't been here in a while, and they give you all these coupons. Then it's like 2 weeks later, go back on the app. I'm like, hey, Hannaford, got any new coupons? They're like, I don't know what you're talking about, you know. And so it's like, fine, I'm not going to come back and see you again for a while. And they're like, oh no, please, here's a coupon. They played games with us.
Yeah.
So, anything else more to say about that?
No, we're good with that one.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, the produce in Hannaford, I have to say, is very, very good. I tend to buy in bulk, like red onions and red peppers and the hot peppers and all that, because you can't get hot peppers around here. And then if you get red peppers, like I got three red peppers, and it cost me like 3 something. Yesterday I bought a red bell pepper, a large one, down at the store, and it cost like 2.70 something.
Yes,
So,
definitely like Rosemont downstairs.
oh, I like to get, so when I'm there, but there's no point in buying over 3 because they're not gonna last, you know. But yeah, I'd like to try to bulk up my things.
Yeah, you add a lot of bell pepper to stuff. But you've also tried to get them locally, especially like when COVID was happening. We didn't want to wait in line in Hannaford. So
Yeah, we got some very bad we got some bad stuff.
I was there yesterday, and they had local bell peppers, and they look basically like deflated basketballs. Like, they're so weirdly shaped.
But they don't look clean either. And, you know, it's like, I wouldn't touch them.
You know what you need to go check out next time you're down there is the cantaloupes, the Maine cantaloupes. They're like the size of a baseball, which you probably don't even know what that looks like. Because you seem
It's
to...
what you put into the basket.
Yeah,
you know?
that one. You
Yeah,
seem
you
to
throw
not
it.
want to learn about these American sports. Yeah, that one. You threw.
Yeah.
I'd like to see you try that. They're the
There's a
golf
basketball
ball.
pitch across the street.
Okay.
I'll get a ball and throw it into that.
Do you mind if I
Yeah.
film you? And then I can show your family how American you've become. Oh my god! I want to mention this too. You posted about our dinner last night on Facebook. So we went back to Evo, which we talked about in another episode. And you posted on Facebook our new favorite restaurant or something. Or we're having dinner at our favorite restaurant. And you spelled favorite without a U.
I misspelled.
Yeah, I'm surprised nobody else brought it up. Your family, for example.
Sinead, I'm astonished. That's my sister. Yeah, it turns out I'm getting Americanized. But it's slowly creeping in, you know.
It's gonna be, you know, for the best when you have to do your American citizenship. What? Your essay that they require you to do when you become naturalized.
I'll spell color without a U.
Yeah. There's a test.
Oh, wow.
I'm joking.
I know.
But wouldn't that be funny?
Yeah, so it's slowly creeping in. I'm starting to say things differently, and but I don't realize it really. I used to notice it when I say it. I noticed it like that, but now it's not as much anymore. But well, it's gonna happen, isn't it?
You know what, though? Like, you and I are both not from here, obviously, hence the name of our show. But I feel like you're saying more Maine type stuff than I am. Like, you call things wicked.
It's a wicked rain on that, shall we?
For example. Yeah.
Yeah,
And you also write things like you put for river.
yeah. I don't spell the river R-I-V-E-R. I do it R-I-V-A-H.
H, yeah. Instead of H.
Oh, stop. Let's move on.
Okay. Well, third topic, Vanity of Maine. So there's a Facebook group called Vanity of Maine. I don't know if it's a group or a page, but in Maine, you can put pretty much anything on a license plate. And this page is kind of like an online museum of people's creative plates, I guess you can say, pushing the boundaries of decency often. So I'm just going to read out some of them that
Sure, do
I
it.
have seen. I was by the hospital the other day, and there was a car parked on Brackett Street, just like across the street from the hospital. And it said, the plate said ASA 81 MG. Do you know what that is?
What is it?
ASA 81 MG.
No.
It's baby aspirin. That's literally like what doctors write for baby aspirin.
Okay.
It's like salicylic acid. Don't ask me, I'm not a doctor. Anyway, I thought that was cute. Okay. Now's the time we dance. Happy AF is one I saw.
Yeah.
Fartin', I see that one by the hospital all the time. What else?
You're a crush.
FUCKYOU is actually on somebody's plate. That one shows up on Vanity of Maine a lot.
All right.
I can't believe they got away with that, frankly. Like, wow. And then last night, over by Reraw, we saw RUDTF. And I had to explain to you what DTF means. It means down to F, UCK.
Down to fuck.
Yeah. I wasn't trying to say bad words.
Imagine my embarrassment.
You can spell out bad words instead of saying them. This
is
is
that
why
right?
this is why our show is labeled explicit. And people are gonna think we're all like Chris
18
Rock up here.
18 plus.
Yeah, okay. You know us, right? Our edgy, salacious material. All right, so we are enjoying some ciders this morning.
And while Shelby doesn't realise, she has to walk down to the store to get some more pretty soon. And it's hammering right outside. So she might have to bring the large umbrella with you.
Just go to Rosemont. I got these at Rosemont. Can you show me the can? Pick it up. Thank you. It is Storm Along Mass Appeal. So Mass Appeal underneath has a drawing of the state of Massachusetts, and there's a lighthouse on it. And it says handcrafted American hard cider. Fresh pressed. With Macintosh and golden delicious apples.
A hint of Tunisian vanilla.
Yeah. More Frasier references that nobody who listens are gonna get, right? Okay, Rory.
See myself, actually.
Yeah. But I like how there's a graph on it, because I like graphs. I like visual aids. It says highly drinkable and perfectly balanced juicy tart is semi-sweet, and there's a spectrum on here. It's dry, medium sweet, and the arrow is pointing precisely in between medium dry and medium sweet. So this is a cider that you've said before you really like.
It's lovely.
Yeah, it's not the cheapest cider in the world, but
no, well, nothing in Rosemont is cheap.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, this is wonderful.
Yeah, do you want to get some more? Is this just gonna be like a day of day drinking? You think?
Probably.
Yeah.
I'll make one to wine next time.
No, dude, it's too early for wine. Unless you make mimosas.
No.
No, you don't have mimosas? That's like the only socially acceptable wine before noon.
There's a match on.
Okay, well, I guess if there's a match on, that's an excuse to drink whatever you want, huh?
Well, Shelby, I've got too much time on my hands.
Yeah. You have to explain these jokes that people are going to be like, what the hell are they talking about?
I'm up every morning at 4:19, and I call Shelby at 5:20 because I work early. And instead of Shelby having a clock to go off, I will pick out an extraordinarily cheesy 80s song, and that's how I wake her up in the morning. I think it's fun because it gives me a little task to do at night to see what I can wake her up for. Or else if I'm in work and I hear a song on the radio, I'll get my phone out and put it into YouTube. And so I'll remember it the next day.
Yeah.
And so that's how Shelby wakes up. So I wake her up before we go.
Yeah. What was the one you played yesterday? The Peter Cetera Glory of Love?
Oh, God, it was awful.
From the Karate Kid movie?
Yeah, things like that. Like, Shelby will wake up and go, really? But she has a cup of coffee after that, so she has coffee waiting for her. So it softens the mood.
You're very nice to me. I'll give you that.
I think it's fun. Like George Michael or Played a Glass Christmas in the middle of July. Or some Survivor or, Foreigner or...
Certain things are banned now from this house.
Yeah, there are some songs we will not play anymore.
You can't even mention them because, like,
they will not get out of our heads.
Yeah.
There's a brain glue in there, and they just stick in there, and then 2 hours later you're in work, and all of a sudden it's like, macho, macho man.
We weren't going to talk about that.
Yeah, that.
Come on now.
That was banned.
The fact that you just did that.
Or go west here.
Okay, stop. Why? MCA.
God, that's bad. Yeah, okay. So you can't mention them. Then she says, YMCA.
See, that's the problem.
I know.
That is precisely... We're illustrating the problem right here in real time. Okay, well, we're coming up on 25 minutes. Do you want to wrap it up?
Sure.
Okay, well, you can reach us at weareflatlanders@gmail.com.
Next podcast, we're going to have more to talk about because as we said, we're off work for 10 glorious days. So we're going to have every day we're going to do something. Well, not every day. Maybe a couple of days we're just going to just chill out. But most days we're going to do something outdoors and fun. And we'll let you know how we get on.
Yeah, most of our adventures are unscripted as of yet. But we will definitely come back to the podcast in a week and have another sit-down chat in front of the microphone.
Absolutely.
All right, well, have a wonderful week. And
you can contact us.
I already said that. We are flatlanders@gmail.com.
And we will talk to you next week.
Cheers.
Bye.